Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. So I have this makeup tutorial on this look right here. It's purpley smoky with a champagne in the middle, kind of halo-y effect. So I will be using the new Tartelette in Bloom palette for this look. Also, I will be using all affordable brushes, mainly Morphe brushes that I will be using. The main star of this show is a Fun Girl, which is like a champagne color, beautiful color. I really enjoyed this palette. So if you guys want to learn how to get this look, just please
primed my eyes. I already have tape because we are going to be doing like a cat eye. You can wear this for New Year's. Hopefully I will get this up before New Year's. I try my very best. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to go with, to set the base, because I put the primer, I have not set it. We're going to do with Flower Child, which is kind of a tan color right here. So we're going to go right there. And we're going to use it on the E27 brush. And we're just going to go ahead and put that on the crease and just blend it out from there. Not being precise or anything like that. This is just to help set the primer and put it on all over your lid. Alright, so the next one we will be going into will be Jet Setter, which is this one, which is kind of like a mauve brown color. So that will be our first transition shade. Again, still using the same brush, the E27. We're just going to be putting that on the crease. Hopefully you guys can see that. Let me put the palette down. Doesn't have to be precise, like I said, just above the brow bone. Alright, so it should look like this. It's just a transition, so I'm going to wipe this off. Make sure you do wipe off your brushes because it can tend to get muddy if you don't. When I first started out makeup, those were one of the things I did not do. So a lot of times my makeup tend to be more muddy. You couldn't see the transition or anything like that. So just make sure you clean it off real good. So the next shade I will be going to is Activist, which is this dark brown, a little bit of purple in there, right there. This one I will be taking on one of my favorite Morphe brushes, which is the E17. It is just like this dome fluffy shape. You can use it for your outer V. That's what we're going to be using. It's very, very nice, as you can see. So I'm going to be using that, and that will be this eye brush will be the main one we'll be using. So we're going to put it just on the outer V. And then dragging it in. We don't want to drag it in all the way because we are going to be doing a halo effect. So we're just going to keep it in and just drag it in slowly. And you could put some on partially on your lid as well. You guys hopefully can see that. I'm trying my very best to also see in the mirror as well. Alright, so we're going to take it a little bit more than halfway and put a little bit more of that Activist on the outer corner. We are going to deepen it up more, but just for right now, we're going to go into the next stage. I'm going to be using the Morphe M507, which is another one of my favorites. It's actually tapered. It's very good for if you have hooded eyes or small eyes like myself. It gets into that crease right there very easily. It's a very good for defined cut, if you want to do a defined cut crease or just doing a defined crease like I'm doing right now. It's the perfect shape. As you can see, it just fits right in your socket of your eye perfectly. You can also use it to blend it, do circular motions. Alright. So we're going to take a little bit more. Don't be shy with it. No. Don't look like you punched yourself in the face, but, you know, put a good amount on because we are going to blend it out and a lot of that will fade. So the E27 again, taking that and blending it out. It really does help to blend out. At first when I started makeup, I'm like, oh, what's the point of that? It really does help. It softens it up. It doesn't show that you have very harsh lines. So it really does help. It really does help with doing transition, everything. So it should look like this. So the next one we will be doing is Fun Girl, which is the star of the show, the champagne color. Let me do a little swatch for you guys. Look at it. It's very pigmented. I'm not putting any Fix Plus on it because I do have a little bit of a hooded eye. So anything like that has glycerin, Fix Plus has a lot of glycerin in it. So it tends to, whenever I put it on my lid, it tends to transfer on top. So this one, the reason why I really like this palette, and if you have eyes like me, I would really recommend this because it doesn't, some eyeshadows, whether if they have a lot of fallout, like I have the Lorac Pro palette, that one has so much fallout that some of the, not all of them, but some of the shimmery shades I can't even wear just because they transfer on top of my lid, and anything you do like crease wise or anything, you can't even see it because the shimmery is just covering it. So I really have that problem with a lot of palettes. So I don't know why I closed this, but that's what I would really recommend for people who have hooded eyes or like eyes like me, that the champagne fungal would transfer on top of the lid, which this one doesn't, which is really good. This is the reason why I bought this palette. So the next one I will be going to, again, is Activist. I'm taking on the Morphe M433, which is like the Sigma E25. This one is a little bit less tapered than the E25, but like I said, I wanted to do affordable brushes since we are doing a high-end palette. So I'm going to deepen up a little bit that shade again, put it in there, and bring it. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit more on that outer corner. You guys will just be today doing the eye look. I will have a link down below all the products I use for my face. Majority of my face products are drugstore. I typically like to go for that. Yes, I did spend $45 on this palette because typically for me, I like getting a little bit more expensive palettes versus like foundations because I feel the drugstore has phenomenal foundations. So I don't like to typically spend it on, you know, expensive foundations if I can get the same thing at the drugstore or something similar to that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the E17. I'm starting to remember these brushes. And we're going to make sure you wipe it off real good. And then we're going to go into Rebel, which is this like mauve kind of reddish tone color. A little bit muted down. So we're going to take it and make sure you do not plop it right here. Ooh, got a little bit. Plop it right here, but to the very corner, and then you can drag it because it will look harsh and kind of look like you got punched in the face. So you really don't want to do that. So you want to take it, and then you can go on here too as well and just softly apply it onto your closest to your brow bone, and it gives it a nice kind of ombre effect. Alright, so we're going to take that, again, the E27, and blend it out. And then we're going to go back in with the Morphe M443, and this is what it should look like. Go back into the Activist just a little bit more, deepen up that crease just a little bit more. and bring it. And the good thing about I feel like the shimmery shades, they don't, like I said, have a lot of fallout. They are very pigmented, and as you can see on, hopefully you guys can see on my lid, it hasn't transferred. I've used it several times and it still doesn't transfer. So if you, like I said, I really like this palette. It's very good. It's very good. I would highly recommend it. I'm gonna go back into Fun Girl just a little bit, just to give it a little bit more sparkle. And then we're gonna go back in a little bit more of that Rebel because it kind of got faded away. Yeah, you guys can see. I'm like looking in the mirror like, oh, hopefully you guys can see. All right. So the next thing we are going to do is I'm going to blend it out one more time. Just that. All right. So the last one I'm going to be using is the e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush. It's just like this. I really like this to pack color on the brow bone. I'm not a fan. Maybe that will change in the future. I'm not a fan of shimmery colors on my brow bone. I just tend to like, maybe this is just a stark white. This is Charmer right here. So it's just a stark white color. And I like to just put it on my brow bone. Also, I feel like it helps clean up a little bit if I had a little bit of a mess there. So again, I'm gonna go back into Rebel it. Just deepen it up just a little bit more. That's what it should look like. So I'll be back. Alright, so I did my foundation, all my makeup off camera, and my eyeliner. Now I'm going to go ahead and just do the lower lashes and the mascara. What I'm wearing will be linked down below. My foundation, all that. And the mascara I will be using is the Volumizing Butterfly Mascara, waterproof. I really like it. It gives you a lot of length. It doesn't give as much volume. So if you guys want to wear falsies with this, it's a perfect look as well. I'm going to go ahead and put that on right now. I put about 2 coats of this on, and it gives a very nice, gives a lot of length, and it kind of does like have a little butterfly effect, I feel like, with the lashes. And look at the wand. It's kind of like a butterfly. So cute. I love the wand. It's plastic. So it's and I feel like it distributes product beautifully on it. I really do love this mascara. So let's go ahead. I'm going to take the M432. It's very similar to the Sigma brush, if you guys could see that. Let me adjust my camera a little bit up more. Alright, so if you guys can see that, the M432. I'm going to take the shade Active. I'm going to put that on my lower lash line. Alright. It doesn't have to be like perfect or anything like that, so. The eyeliner we'll be using is the NYX Gel Liner Gel Pencil. Alright. Now, we're putting it right on our waterline. We don't have to look all that. We're gonna blend it out anyways. Go back in the Activist. I always have my mouth like wide open. I try not to do that. Look. And then we're going to go back with the E17. Go with Jet Setter with the E17. Just softly blend that out. Alright, so it should look something like this. Then the last thing we'll do is go back with Fun Girl again. And this one's not packing on too good. So what I'm going to use is the M508 from Morphe. It's this little tiny brush. It's so cute. So we're going to put that in the lower lash line. Yeah, that one's picking up product more for the lower lash. I hope you guys can see that. You can see, look how long. My lashes are on them. They're just wonderful. So the last thing I want to do, again with the M508, is we're going to put a little bit on our inner tear duct. Makeup tutorial. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I had so much fun creating this look. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Hope you guys have a fantastic week and a happy new year.